So hi, so Dana.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Katie.
I was sitting here and you stopped by, so what makes you interested in the tarot?
I've always been fascinated with tarot cards, or the tarot as they say, and when I saw you were doing this, I thought, well, I've got some questions.
Perfect. Well,
I don't know it all.
I'm Katie Kay.
Dana, nice to meet you.
And you'll be on 2 Minute Tarot for
right.
everybody at home to see how this works. So the first thing we do is you get to pick a tarot deck. Okay, there's 5 decks here. It's your time to pick a deck, any one of these that interest you.
I like these two for some reason, but I should go with my original instinct and
Okay.
pick that deck. They're very beautiful, the designs, and I love how they're mixing humans with animal.
Okay, so I'm going to set down a 5-card reading and turn them over one by one, and you can let me know what you think of them when you see the picture, and then I will also describe what they mean.
Is this for April or just a general?
This is a selfie. It's an influence of things happening right now. That's how I read it. Okay, the Hierophant is a card that talks about, in the old days it was called the Pope. In the old days it was about a symbol of a moral standard, of a moral compass, a guru. Like, not necessarily a priest, but like the Dalai Lama, a spiritual leader. But in the middle, in the heart, what I think is going on is there might be something about, what do I believe is the right thing to do? What do I believe is the right thing to do? And actually asking yourself about the people around you that either support what you think is right, that maybe you want to be closer to, than the people who you don't think support what you think is right.
So on the Hierophant, do you see somebody that is not supportive that I think might be?
Well, that might come up in the surrounding characters.
Okay.
But what the Hierophant usually means is it's a sense of wanting to be closer to what supports you. But your heart is asking, what is it do I think I believe morally, or what's the right thing to do? It keeps coming up. So this is in the root. And the root is the Ace of Cups, or the Ace of Chalices. It's the Ace of Hearts in a regular deck of cards. It's the Ace of Feelings. It's a beginning of a new way of feeling. There's a new friendship, there's a new love, there's a new endeavor, there's a new creative thing, and it's below the surface, so maybe not everybody sees it, because this is like the surface. But it's like, oh, that would be a good idea. Ooh, that feels good. And that's probably bumping up against, what's the right thing?
Is this more of a person in my life, or you think like a job type of situation?
It's actually even more general than that. It would have to be, you'd have to go to a feeling. This is a feeling. This is the beginning of a new feeling. So this is the highest point, like a flower or the fruit of the tree here.
That's a beautiful card.
Yes, and this is the Knave of Wands, or it's called the Knight of Wands. This is a card that talks about, I'm going to show it up here for the families at home. This is a card that talks about focusing on what it is you want. Now it's upside down according to the reading. So you're almost hesitant to really dive into what you would want. That's what it says. Or you're not sure what you want, which is a typical thing when it's upside down. I don't really know what I want. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. This is a major card. So there's a really nice center to this reading already that says, yeah, but I know the right thing. I know what my heart wants. I know it.
Well, he looks about as confused as I am. So that's good.
That's good. Okay. Well, and it's upside down, so you're not sure what you want.
I want many things that don't go together at different times.
That's exactly what that would say, especially with these two straight up.
Okay.
An influence of the past is the 10. This is the wheel. The influence of the past is you felt sort of like behind the 8 ball, that this moved you up and that was good, but then it didn't work, and then karma that seemed to move you around and around. But as this card talks about, they're all just seasons. Okay? And in the center there is no movement. So even though in the past you felt a little moved by life, recognize that you actually have the hand on the wheel. So you could slow it down, you could say no thank you, but seasons will still happen. Do you know what I mean? Influence of the future. Oh, lovely. It's the star. It's a lovely card. Not to worry.
Okay.
The
It's
star,
interesting.
the star is about really feeling comfortable where you are in the cosmos. You're in the right place at the right time. You feel the flow coming in. You got the flow going out. As this wraps up, this is a reading saying it's going to work out. And what I believe it talks about is just going with what flows you, what pulls you, what brings your heart right, which goes, oh, that feels good. Because usually a conflict of you're not sure what you want is usually a little bit more the mind versus the heart.
Yes.
Because the mind says there's no freaking way you can do that.
This reading, because I have a few areas of my life where have multiple opportunities and choices, and I don't know what to do, that this is sort of basically told me to sort of sit back and trust, and that I will be taken or figure out which way to go in each situation. So, thank you.
You're welcome. It's so good to meet you.